Well, welcome to tonight's show. You're Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is From the Sidelines. And as we do every time this week, we're going to go through the games of NRL that's just been played and probably talk about a bit of State of Origin.
Yep.
Gentlemen, how are you? What are you pointing at?
Blues. I'm back on the Blues.
Oh, he's on the Blues as
I'm
well.
always on the Blues.
Yeah, that's not Blues. That's Oos. Oos.
How are we tonight?
Oh,
Doing well?
champion
Happy?
effort. Champion effort.
There's been some crap games this
There's
weekend.
been some great games this weekend.
Tom and I think we should suspend the competition for a while, just until things start to right themselves and the stars realign,
Yeah.
and then get back into it
I
again.
think 2024 was when they started to realign for my team.
All right. But let's talk about this week, Steve.
Must we?
We must.
We must.
It's
Because the winner's circle is
It's what we do.
one.
Yeah, winner's circle is one. That's right. All right, let's start off on Thursday night. Titans against the Tigers, winning 28-12.
Tip the Tigers. I thought they'd do better than that.
I tipped the Tigers. Dylan Keane, did you tip the Tigers? No, Dylan
No, he
would have
didn't.
tipped the Titans.
No, we'll talk about Dylan later. Oh dear.
Yeah. I don't know. What do we say about that game? You know what? I've decided AJ Brimson is dead set phenomenal.
He is.
He is. Amazing.
Like if he was in a team that was better than average, he would be able to propel them to premierships.
Yep.
Very good player.
And that was first game back from injury. He was sensational. He was head and shoulders the best player on the field.
And I've got to say this. I think the same for Jaden Campbell. He's probably not the player who's going to win you a premiership, but Jizzy, he's
wholehearted.
always there.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, AJ is the man, I reckon.
And they found the secret this week, the Titans, to not to drop their bundle in the second half.
Yes.
I want to bring you to
He's going to bring us to something here.
the tackle on Appy
Oh.
Coruscant.
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
Okay, so Big Tino, and you know what? It's a risk for Appy to play in the centres in the middle because that's where the big guys are.
Yep.
Comes to elbow, forearm, or nothing to answer.
I don't think. I think. See, this is the problem.
I don't want to know the problem. I want to know the solution.
No. The week before, Tino raised his arm into Reid Mahoney and sent him off with a concussion.
Yes.
And he got away with it. No problems. The review committee said no issue. This time, tucked his arm in, and it was an accident. It's a body contact sport. You're going to get hit. You're going to get hurt. I didn't think this week, nothing. Week before, should have been suspended.
You don't think he's got a technique issue?
No, because his arm was tucked. I don't have a problem.
But his arm was tucked, but he was, as Appy hit him, his arm was going out.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, you just got to look. You
I
look at
didn't
the
see
film.
it that way,
Well,
Stephen.
you
And
should
if
have.
I'm on the review committee, I'm saying he's got no case to answer for that one.
So there's his answer.
Yeah, I got no problem with that one.
He disagrees with me, so he's right. Is that
No,
what he's
I'm not
saying?
saying that.
No, I'm saying that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he always says.
Yes, that's true.
Because whatever you say, you're wrong.
That's not true.
Well, unless you agree with him.
Yeah, it's a,
No, I like I said, I don't think there was anything in this one. That was an body contact sport, unfortunate accident.
no.
Yep.
Anything else?
No. The Titans were consistent right through the whole game, which
They
is
were.
the first for them.
Yep. Okay, let's go on to GIO Stadium where Croker played his 300th and got beaten 36-14.
Didn't
Whoa.
see that coming
So-
at
Yeah.
GIO Stadium. I thought they'd lift for them.
Yeah. Did you pick the Warriors?
No, I didn't.
Dylan Keane. I don't know. Maybe Joey Croker should have played last week and had a win in his 300th.
Look, in the end, I think he's
Yeah,
going to
probably
celebrate the 300th, and the fact that they lost, I don't think in the end is going to matter. I don't think winning milestone games is that important. I think
But I've got to say,
I don't know.
it'd be nice.
I think if you look back, when you look back on your career, they're the games you would like to win.
Yeah.
But you look back on your career and you go, I played 300 games,
Yeah.
and I put in every week, and whether we won them or we didn't, I put in and I was there. That's what's going to.
How good is Sean Johnson playing at the moment?
He's tremendous, isn't he?
I think I said that last week. It's no longer vintage Sean Johnson. It's just Sean Johnson.
But how was that? How was that intercept?
That
on the
intercept
line?
try, yeah, that was spectacular.
And he couldn't believe it.
No.
He's going, "What? I got the ball."
Yeah.
But
pretty special.
although the put down was a bit dodgy.
Oh,
But it wasn't even arrogant. It was just like, "Wow,
Yeah.
I can't believe that happened."
Yeah. Yeah, and I got to say, I think the Warriors are playing exceptional football at the moment.
Yep.
They're no longer in and out of games. They're actually playing 80 minutes of football.
Bit scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've got a good team. They've got
But they've had a good team for a long time.
Yeah,
They
but
just haven't had a coach.
Chan's at fullback. Sean Johnson's going well. We were discussing, earlier. Adam Fanoa-Blake. Tom Harris.
Yeah.
They're going really well.
Oh, Wade Egan.
Yeah,
How
Wade
good's
Egan.
Wade Egan going?
Yeah, Wade Egan.
Well, he's
Wade
always
Egan
been. He's always been.
He's solid. He always gives 100%.
Yeah.
The Raiders
coach of the year. It's got to be close.
Oh, too early. Early.
It is too early, but I tell you, I think he's a contender.
Yeah.
The Raiders, you reckon they'll put off by all the celebration and the pomp of the 300?
Or the emotion of it, probably.
I mean, they have, they had big dinners during the week for family, and you just, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a big event, but
but they still should have treated it as just another game.
Ricky said he for the week that they had, he would give up 2 points, premiership points.
Yeah,
it's a big call, but he'd give up 2 premiership points to celebrate Jared Croker's 300th the way they did.
Well, considering he told him to retire last year.
But he's probably just as happy to see him make it.
Yeah, all right. All right, let's go on to Four Pines Park, where the Manly Sea Eagles, 58, Dolphins 18.
Good game, that one.
And I got to say, I don't think Tommy has had a good game this year, but he was better in this one. Mind you,
he was pretty.
He
good.
didn't have a lot to do.
No,
Please, he was very good against the Storm. He was very good against the Raiders, and he was very good against the Dolphins.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
No, this is by far his best.
This
game.
is his best game.
I think things clicked.
I'm disappointed for the Dolphins. I think
not.
they. Oh yeah.
This is how they should have been treated since the start of the year. They're a brand new team. They shouldn't just come out and win games. This is how they should have been treated. I'm not a Dolphins fan. Stuff you, Queensland.
3 to 4 years ago, I said Ruben Garrick wasn't first grader.
I know you did.
But geez, he's playing great now, and he played centre too, didn't he?
Played centre.
Listen, you guys can actually thank me for this.
Why?
For what?
Because a week ago, I dumped Ruben Garrick from Supercoach because
Why?
he wasn't doing any good and brought in Tedesco.
Wow.
Well, that
Now-
was pretty dumb of you, really.
Because the week before I dumped him, he gave me 30 points.
Okay.
Now he gives you, 150? You can, and
160.
you're welcome. Well, you're welcome is all I can say.
Yeah, look, that was pretty dominant. Pretty dominant. The forwards went well. The decisions went with them.
Yeah. I said Cherry's having a blinder of a year.
Probably 20 minutes into the game, it was over. 20-0 up after 20 minutes. That was probably the writing on the wall. I don't think... Personally, look, I'm glad they won, and I'm glad they put a score on them, but that Dolphins side was massively understrength.
Yeah,
it was.
Sure.
I mean, I know that Manly were missing a few key players, but, that Dolphins side just didn't have it going, so...
The only consistent thing about the Dolphins at the moment is Wayne Bennett's face when they go to the box. They can be winning or they can be losing, and he has
It's the same face.
He's had the same face for 900 games. So
Yeah, that's all right.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I was surprised. I think the Dolphins have had a lot of games where they've given big leads and then come back and fought back, and I think they thought this might have happened again, but you can't do that against teams that are like Manly. They're not going to let you come back.
Yep.
All right. Saturday afternoon was very depressing. Very depressing, let me tell you. Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, I was very excited.
Yep.
By 5 o'clock, I was very depressed. Dragons 36, South Sydney Rabbitohs 30. Now, in the Bunnies' defence, we had half our salary cap sitting on the sideline. But...
What a joke.
What?
They always
let me
make excuses.
finish.
Always make excuses.
Let me finish.
Remember those poor bunnies. Poor bunnies.
But the Dragons played exceptionally well.
That's it.
I'll now hand over to you
That's
to
that's
either deny or
you got nothing. You were lucky. You were lucky to get within 20 points of them.
excuse me, 3 tries in 3 minutes is pretty impressive.
That was luck.
I
That
was screaming at the TV with a minute to go.
Let me just say that was a huge slice of luck.
And I can tell you, Barry was probably panicking big time.
Goal King was the difference. It's 6
Yes,
tries
that's
each,
right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's not often you say Zach Loam actually won us the game. I got nothing. The Dragons have been... The Dragons... See, I wonder about this caretaker coach.
Yeah.
Like,
He's won
it's-
3 games out of 3.
No, he hasn't.
No.
No.
Well, he's won 3 out of 4 then.
No, he's...
Oh,
it's
yeah,
2 out of 4 or something.
Oh,
He's
okay.
won a couple.
Yeah, but they look like they're there to win now. So
They look like they want to play, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened. We're on the outer, so we don't know what happens in the inner circle of the club. But the Dragons look like they now want to play and win football games.
Yeah.
They look cohesive, and the players look like they know what they're doing. So, Dragons, do you take a punt on this bloke and say, you know what, you're getting the best out of the blokes that are there. How about we give you a little bit of control over the roster? You know, why have an assistant coach if when they step up and they win games, do we throw them in the scrap heap and go and look for someone else?
Because at the end of the day, I think St George need to find a few marquee players, and you're not going to get marquee players going there
Hang on.
with that.
What position? So they've got Tyrell Sloan at fullback. He is a mighty good player. He has.
Just doesn't do it
sorry,
often enough.
sorry. He's young. He's young with potential.
Yes.
You've got
Jaden Sullivan.
Yep.
All right. Now he has potential.
Yep.
You've got Ben Hunt, who is one of the best halfbacks in the comp at the moment.
Yep. He has potential.
Hooker is a little bit loose.
Yes.
So what you're saying? 1 out of 4 positions in the spine. You got Francis Molo going great. Jack DeBellin wasn't playing.
Yep.
Yeah, Jack Bird wasn't playing.
Yep.
You've got
Jaden Sewer's going well.
You've got a forward pack that can win games. Then in the backs you've got Lomax, Ravalawa. Like they've got a good team. It's not about marquee.
And I'm not disagreeing with you, but my point is that
No, you're saying they need a marquee player. I'm saying they've
They
got
do.
the marquee
No,
players.
they don't,
Oh, disagree.
they've got Ben Hunt. He's the only marquee player. Yes, they've got some good players in the
Now.
spine, but they're not marquee players.
Now, give them time.
Even Bird is not a marquee player. I'm sorry, he's
Give
not.
them time. You know,
that's fine.
They're
But
not
that
the Roosters. They don't just go out and buy an international player.
But that's not how a marquee player works. You don't take a kid who's played 10 games and isn't he a marquee player? That's
please.
not a marquee player.
But they're going to be great players. It's the same as Jaden Campbell. You're talking
making
him
up
up.
the rules
You're
as you
talking
go.
Jaden Campbell up at the start of the show, Steve. He's in the same boat.
Yeah, but I
he's
never
not
said
a marquee player, but
No,
he's
that's
going
right.
to be a marquee player.
But he's not yet.
Oh, please.
That's what they need now.
Bunny suck. Go the Dragons.
I feel.
By the way,
surplus to need.
Did you pick Souths?
I pick South.
Did you pick Souths?
Yes.
I picked South. Dylan Keane.
Dragons.
All right.
I reckon he's been in the DeLorean. He's gone to the future.
So at this point in our tipping comp, 1, 2, 3, 4 games in, Dylan's got 4 out of 4.
Hang on, isn't Tasmania in the past anyway? So therefore,
It doesn't make sense. He's in the future.
I got to say, with a minute to go, I was getting excited. Trace and I were both screaming at the TV, and then a minute later, we weren't.
Yeah, so was I. I was screaming for the Dragons. Hold on.
Oh dear. All right, let's go on to Suncorp Stadium, Brisbane Broncos, 24 Knights 20, and they only won this in the last 3 minutes.
Yep.
And Reynolds had an exceptional game, and so did Mam.
Yep. So did Walsh.
So did Walsh.
So did Ponga.
I got to say, I said at the beginning of the year, I don't think Brisbane can win, and I'd still maintain that up until about a few weeks ago. But I tell you what, I'm now thinking they can win the comp.
Yep. Yeah, I think there's a real chance now.
I really do.
I think both teams played really well throughout the game. I mean, Newcastle surprised me, and I think Ponga's been injured and he's been out of form for the last 2 or 3 seasons really, and I'd forgotten how good he could be.
That was his best game.
And he's starting to show in the last 2 or 3 games,
he?
starting to show his potential again,
Yes.
like his class again, and it's making massive difference. I also think Hastings has also been a great buy for them. They're finally starting to click, I think. But yeah, look, in the end, the class of the Broncos, I mean, that back flick to Reynolds was exceptional.
Oh, yeah.
3 minutes out.
Yeah.
And Mam is just full of confidence, isn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't strike me as a really super arrogant kind of guy, but just a guy who believes in himself, he's got some real ability. Did you just do that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. Started to think the aliens had come. The lights just went on, by the way. Anyway. Yeah.
Just that Brian was looking a bit fuzzy, so but it hasn't made any difference.
That doesn't change me.
It hasn't made any difference at all.
No. Yeah, so anyway, Broncos, they're right up there. Yeah.
Brian, you disagree, obviously.
No, just don't care.
He doesn't like the Broncos. He's like Queensland at this time of the year.
No, I don't like the Broncos full stop, but this
right.
time of the year particularly, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say? Like the last 5 minutes was the best 5 minutes of the match. And it amazes me that when teams are desperate, look at Newcastle in the last set they had. Every player was scrambling to get behind the ball. There was energy, there was enthusiasm. You know what? If they played like that since minute 1, they would have won that game. But they let it go, thinking the game's just rolling along, and then they lose it in the last minute, and there's lots of complaining. But I don't care. I hate Newcastle as well.
You're a very hateful man, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, as long as we got that clear.
Full of it.
Allianz Stadium. Allianz Stadium 30.
Allianz Stadium 30.
Panthers 30. Roosters 6. Now, Brian, I have a question for you.
Oh, for me.
I have a question.
Yep.
Without notice.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm listening.
There have been some players in the past who have been referred to as grubs.
Yeah.
By doing what? What would they do? They'd niggle.
You rehearsed this.
No, we haven't. It is without notice.
But I think he knows where I'm going with it.
They maybe would like raise an elbow.
Yeah.
Bit of a facial massage on the way up. Bit of lip all the time.
Throw things at players, squirt water.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
And they're known as grubs.
100%.
The Burgesses.
Well, we're past Burgess level, let me just tell you.
Yeah.
Past them.
I think we have a new grub. I think the league has a new grub.
The problem is that there's one of us here at this table that would say, not a grub, enforcer.
No, he's a grub.
Exactly.
We're Hargraves, I'm sorry.
He's a grub.
He's no longer becoming an enforcer. Look, what he did the other night was stupid.
It was
and childish. It really was.
You're right.
Yeah.
And look,
Can I just say, several years ago, Steve, there was a Burgess that threw a water bottle.
Yeah, there was.
What did he cop? 6 weeks.
Something like that.
No, I think you got 2.
No, it was a bit more than that. It was a lot more than that. I want to know. I haven't read the charge sheet for the weekend.
I think you got a fine. I think
you got a fine. So you're allowed to bring a foreign object onto the field and peg it at a player at the head. Just fine. Don't worry.
It's
a joke. It's a joke.
I guess my issue with that is I can't even remember what started it. But the fact that he was doing that, and I'm not even sure why Leota was sent to the bin.
No,
I don't know what he did, other than stand up for himself.
Yep.
I'm not sure what he did wrong. And Rura Hargraves is I'm sorry, Tom, I know you love him, but honestly, I love an enforcer, and I love the fact that when your team's behind, he comes on and he takes charge of the forward pack.
Yep.
I love that.
Yep.
But this stupid stuff he goes on with.
Yep. It is a joke.
Look, and it's the state of the team. I think at the moment is that's when things aren't going well. Unfortunately, some players will lash out and do dumb stuff, and unfortunately, he and Victor have both been guilty of that. Can we talk about the football now?
Well, hang on. We're going to talk about this first. This is important.
Well, it's done, isn't it? You're done.
Yeah.
Well, you were just finishing your sentence.
He was being stupid.
Yeah. He was being stupid. He was being stupid. We're going to talk about football. What would you like to say, Tom?
Yeah. How good were the Panthers were?
Well, I mean, the Panthers were exceptional. There's no doubt about that. But if I want to try and find any positives, and I'm scratching here, okay? After the first few minutes, it was 4-0 until the 38th minute. Matt Lodge has a habit of getting up with his hand on the ball on the ground. The grass was springy. He took his hand off, and because he probably had the sticky spray it bounced a little bit forward. I thought that was harsh, but technically correct.
But it's a knock-on.
But it was so minimal, and then from then they scored. So we went in 10-0, which I thought was really unfortunate because I think we'd actually defended really, really well from about the 5th minute to the halfway mark, albeit we can't score any points. Second half, they came out and scored in the 46th, 49th and 52nd minute, blew us off the park, and then after that, they didn't score again, which means we were able to defend them. So if I can find any positives at all, they had some periods of really good defence, and there are a couple I thought of, a couple dodgy decisions within those 3 tries, particularly one where there was a tap back where normally that would be a knock-on, and it wasn't. It went across the hands, and there was actually not even tapped on. It was actually lost by a person through their hands, not called a knock-on, and they went off and scored. So, look, I can't find a lot of positives. We just can't score any points at the moment. But
so Manu back to centre.
Look, I have been a Robbo fan for forever,
and he watches. So you tell him.
I've been a Robbo fan for forever, but at the moment I don't get the press conferences, because really he said it's exciting, isn't it? You know, when you've got to find a solution, and he's not acknowledging to the fans who are trying their best to hold back their frustration. Manu has been an experiment for nearly 5 weeks. I think it's probably 5 weeks, and after the first 2 weeks, everybody that had anything invested in this game other than the coaching staff could see that it was a mistake, and they should have moved him back to centres. So he's not here at the moment, but he should be back at wing because it's not working at centres. And Drew Hutchinson. So you've got Marn, who's an elite centre, playing in the halves, and it's clearly not working. You're putting Drew Hutchinson, who I rate as a player, but as a fill-in, as a sort of a utility, who is a half playing in the centres, and it's
not working.
Well, he can't play in it. He's not fast enough. He's not strong enough to play in the position. So I got hints from the coach when he was asked questions on Saturday night that he probably is going to make some changes, because he said clearly the halves situation is not working.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll put either Drew Hutchinson to halves and move Manu back to centre, or he'll get the young guy Sandon Smith into the halves. But either way, the experiment hasn't worked.
The other thing is Cogger replacing Cleary.
Yeah.
Is having an exceptional.
He had a great game. Yeah, look, there was no weakness in that team.
No.
Edwards had a blinder again. Crichton had a great game. Look, the Panthers are the Panthers. I seriously did not expect to win this game, but I expected us to be competitive.
Yep.
You take out those 3 tries in that 7 or 8 minute period, it wasn't actually as bad a performance as we thought, but they just let it go straight after halftime.
All right. Amy Park, Melbourne Storm 54, Cronulla 10. I can't remember the last time Cronulla was smashed like this.
Yeah.
I mean, 54, they were very lucky it wasn't 60, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Melbourne were just trying to get too fancy at the end and score off every play.
Well, the first try wasn't a try. You knocked that on.
No, the first try wasn't a try, but you know what? That wasn't going to make a difference.
But did it matter?
That's it. That's
okay,
all
so it's 48-10.
Yeah, look, it's... I don't know whether the Sharks... I don't know whether the Storm were that good or the Sharks were that bad. It was hard to tell. Like,
a bit of both.
They were the Sharks... So Nico Hines was trying his guts out, but not one pass stuck.
No.
It was the worst performance from the Sharks that we've seen in a few years. Just thinking about it though, the Sharks also have used the fewest number of players this year, 21.
Yep.
21 in first grade, including injuries and everything else,
Yep.
which is pretty phenomenal. But they've got some really good players that are absolutely hot in reserve grade that are just not getting a look in. And I wonder whether Fitzgibbon is a little bit too much in the Des Hasler book of, this is my team, this is how these are the blokes I'm going to have faith in. Because one of the criticisms of Des towards the end of his coaching experience at Manly the second time round was he's just not giving these young blokes a go.
Yeah.
And the Sharks, I think, could be in the same boat. They've got some really good players and that aren't getting a go. I don't know. I'm not the coach, but
Has the
that's
honeymoon
hard
worn
work.
off the coach? You think he's second year syndrome, all that sort of stuff? You think he's struggling?
Look, I think perhaps, and I think, and I only say that because of that reason I've just mentioned. It's because when things are going well, you don't need to make the hard call. You don't need to make the decision because things are going well. Now things are not going so well. What are we doing? What are we doing to change that? You know, the Roosters have somewhat of an excuse through injury. The Sharks are sitting on a team that has the potential for gold, and they're not getting it. So
They're in fifth position, but they're on the
Oh,
way
they're hanging.
down.
They're on the way down. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to Accor Stadium where Parramatta Eels 34 beat the Dogs 12. Gentlemen, put your hand up if you thought Mitchell Moses had a great game today.
Yeah, I thought he had a good game. Yeah.
Brian? Come on, you can do it.
oh, I can't, Steve, I can't do it.
Sorry, mate, I tried.
But the commentary team on Fox did everything they could
To pick Mitchell Moses.
to pick Mitchell Moses. Yeah.
For State of Origin.
I think that's what irritates me. Okay, let me say this: the
For
Dogs,
Origin, by the way.
the Dogs have got nothing, and Parramatta smashed them.
Yes.
Your halfback can only play the game if your forwards are winning.
Yes.
The forwards at Parramatta just destroyed the Dogs. There was
Yes.
nothing. The same as in the Sharks game.
Yep.
Their forwards were just tired. They looked tired from about the 10th minute, and it
Yeah.
showed. So Mitchell Moses did have a good game. Yes. But if I'm picking my team for State of Origin, it's Nico Hines.
All right, we're going to talk about that in a
All
minute.
right.
We'll come
Yeah,
back to
I'll
it.
let you leave that there.
Okay, and this weekend the North Queensland Cowboys had the bye. So, ladder, Brian?
You run.
Ladder, Brian. Hang
Ladder,
on.
Brian.
I've got to go click on the ladder thing. All right, we have in first place, equal first, Panthers, Bronx. Then we have Storm in third. Rabbitohs, Sharks, Warriors, Raiders, all on 18 points. The Eagles on 17. I nearly said the Roosters. Eels, Titans, Dolphins, Roosters on 16. Knights on 15. Cows, Dogs on 12. And the Tigers and the poor old Dragons, stone motherless
Okay,
last.
very quickly. Is there one team in the bottom 8 that you think will make the top 8?
Yeah.
Eels, probably.
Eels?
I think the Eels will sneak in ahead of the Raiders.
Right, okay. Okay, interesting.
Mm.
All right, gentlemen, let's talk about State of Origin because we're a little bit early this show tonight, so the team will be named tomorrow morning. So we won't go into a whole lot of detail about it, but the debate this week has been your halfbacks for State of Origin. So let's talk about that. Let's leave all the other stuff out because we don't know what's going to happen with fullbacks and all that sort of stuff. So let's just quickly talk about the halves and the 5'8". Brian, who's your pick for half and 5'8"?
Luai Hines.
Why?
I think Luai has not. I thought Luai was one of our better players in State of Origin 1. He ran the ball. He plays on the left side, and he went left. I thought Cleary let the team down by not taking the ball to the right. So Luai stays. His club form has been really good as well. Hines has now been in that State of Origin team / camp for the last 2 years. If you are a halfback, 5'8", and you are in the team and your main player goes down, you're the next man up. So it is my firm belief that if they do not pick Nico Hines, punt him altogether.
Yeah.
He's useless coming off the bench for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I think there are other players that can fill gaps better at a 14. He's trained with the team. He's there. I'd go Luai Hines.
Okay. Tom, who and why?
I think Adam Reynolds is pretty irresistible in as a halfback, but I take what Brian says about Hines, that he deserves to be in that team in a significant role. I've changed my tune, and I think Hines could play 6 in a running role, and I would probably pick Hines and Reynolds, because I think Reynolds is just about the best organiser in the NRL, or certainly for New South Wales options at the moment.
Okay.
And he's going to be playing at Suncorp.
Okay. So. Can I have a go? Or?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Sorry, and
no,
Steve, what do you think?
No, because you know where I'm going to go, and I'm going to be held down. I think Reynolds. I think you should pick Reynolds, and I think you should pick Walker, Cody Walker. Ooh. And here's my reasoning, and this isn't my idea. This was brought up the other day. You're not looking for anything for the future. All you're trying to do is win one game. Yep. You're not trying to see who's going to be the combination for next year. We're going up to Queensland. We're playing in front of a house full at Suncorp. You need someone who can handle the pressure. It has to be Reynolds, because I don't think Moses can handle the pressure. I don't think Walker. I don't think Hines can handle the pressure. And I think and we always talk about combinations, I think because of his combination with Walker, they can make something work between
Latrell.
And Latrell. And which will probably be Cook in a hooker. See, we all scream, and this is what I said to you last time, that I don't think combinations are the way to go. Because now you have to change your combination. Everyone's going to say, oh, this is great, because combinations haven't worked for 3 years. We've got to stop worrying about combinations. Queensland don't do combinations. All their spine come from different teams.
There is a difference, though.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
What?
The difference is that, apart from Reece Walsh, all the others have played together for the last 10 years. So
sure,
no. So they already have a combination. Like we don't, we have not got that luxury,
and I'll
so
give
that's
you that
why
point. But
that's why we keep.
There's 3 times a year. I'll give you that point, but it's 3 times a year.
Walker and Latrell played together.
It's all juniors, all reps, all Australia, all the same players.
Tom's right. Let's take your argument. You've got Cook, you've got Reynolds, you've got Walker, you've got Latrell.
I'm not disagreeing with you altogether.
Altogether.
So. As I've stated my case for Luai and Hines, I don't want Cody Walker there. I don't think he's got the temperament or the game to play State of Origin. I am not going to argue if they throw Adam Reynolds in. That's it. That's like I don't think we lose with Reno there.
I don't think so either.
The problem is, as I see it, I don't know whether you come into a State of Origin game after having 2 or 3 weeks out, because we all know it's a step up. And so therefore I am worried about... hear me, and I'm worried about Latrell. I'm not saying don't pick him, but it causes me concern.
What about his fitness?
Yeah. Right. Because his fitness is a concern, full stop.
Right.
And then you take him out for 3 weeks.
Okay, who's going into hooker?
Cook's got to be a choice.
I mean, others are saying Reece Robinson.
No, Robson's not. It's not his time yet. He should come into camp maybe, Cook. but Cook is your choice.
Okay, that's ours. Hey, why don't you go onto the Facebook site and tell us
next week's game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I thought you were winding us up.
No.
Okay. Right.
Boy.
Crikey.
Back in my place to get out. Back in my box. Back in my box.
Back in your box. So why don't you go onto Facebook and just tell us who you think your combination should be, and even if it is after, tell us who you think your combination should be and why. And it doesn't matter if the team's already picked. Just be curious to know anyway.
So Brian can laugh at you.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll harass.
As he does. All right, let's go on to Queensland Country Bank Stadium next Friday night. It's going to be a shortened round. North Queensland and the Penrith Panthers.
So there'll be no Luai. There'll be no To'o. There'll be
no Liam Martin.
Possibly Crichton.
No Yeo. No Spencer Leonai, who's apparently on the edge of Origin.
No Nathan Cleary, of course.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going the Cows still. I'm going Panthers still.
Yeah.
I'm not picking the Cowboys. Full stop.
The Cowboys are going to be missing some players as well.
Yeah, they'll missing
Nanai.
Dearden, who'll
Yep.
probably be in the
Cotter.
Got Cotter,
Val Holmes.
Val Holmes.
Yeah, no, I'm Panthers.
Yeah.
Panthers. Got to go the Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going the Panthers.
Actually, can we have a call with Dylan before we pick?
I'm going to see who he picks this week.
Well, you can't until kickoff.
But he's the organizer. He can.
You ask him. Oh, you can. Well,
He can cheat.
Is that why you're where you are on the ladder?
Well, I'm below you, aren't I?
No, nobody's below me.
All right, so you both are going Penrith. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to North Queensland to start. I want to see who's in the team.
Yep.
McDonald Jones Stadium, Newcastle
Ooh,
Knights and the Sydney
yeah.
Roosters on
Nights.
Saturday nights.
Yeah, I think that's a very
Sorry.
fair call.
Well, actually, no. Well, Ponga will be playing.
Tedesco's the only man out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Crichton's not out. Oh, they'll lose Collins.
They'll lose Collins.
Yeah, so it's the same as last time, I think.
Gagai won't get a run. You don't
No.
think? No.
No.
Okay.
Knights.
Yeah, Knights.
Yeah, it's in
Tom?
Newcastle too. Oh, look, I'm going to Roosters, of course, but no confidence.
Combank Stadium on Saturday night as well. Parramatta Eels and Manly
What a
Sea
great
Eagles.
game this will be.
It would be
Well-
a great game at full strength, wouldn't it?
Yes, but
Well, look, we've got the potential of Moses, Campbell-Gillard, Junior Paulo out for Parramatta.
yeah.
And we've got Tom and
Cherry.
Cherry out.
That it?
Yep, we got no depth, mate. That's it. Got Tom and Jerry out for Manly.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Cherry. Tom Cherry.
Tom and
That
Jerry.
Blake. Tom Cherry, he's out.
Oh dear.
Yes. I'm still on the Eagles.
Eels. It's at home.
Yeah, I'm going the Eels.
And they call me a hater.
Yeah, we do. Campbelltown Sports Stadium, West Tigers and Melbourne Storm.
Well,
Now the Melbourne Storm will be short as well.
yeah.
I'm
Grant, Munster, Coates is gone because
Yep.
he's replacing Cobbo.
going to go the Tigers in an upset.
That's a brave
Will be
upset.
an upset.
Yeah. I would be more comfortable if it wasn't at Campbelltown. But I'm going to go the Tigers for the upset.
You would be more comfortable if it wasn't at Campbelltown. Why?
They got terrible. Oh, it's Leichhardt. They got a terrible record,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. No, it doesn't matter. I'm still going the Tigers.
No, interesting. Tom?
Like to tip the Tigers. Storm.
So would I, but I know I'm going Storm as well.
Oh man, you guys have got no idea.
Sunday afternoon, Sharks and Dogs. Now, possibly no Nico Hines.
Dogs losing no. Oh, Adokar.
No Adokar.
Well, therefore, the Dogs won't score many points because Adokar scores
That's
more.
right,
Yeah.
Sharks.
Oh,
They've got to bounce back.
The Sharks are hopeless. The Dogs can't score points.
The
What do
Sharks
you
are
do?
hopeless this week, but I
No,
reckon
the Sharks
will
haven't
bounce
been good for a while.
back. Yeah. Geez, a lot of buy teams this week.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go Sharks because I just don't think the Dogs can score points.
So buys,
I've gone Sharks.
Yep.
Okay.
buy teams.
Bry's are Broncos, Raiders, Dolphins, Titans, Rabbitohs, Dragons, and Warriors. So, shortened round. I'll be glad when State of Origin's over. I hate these shortened rounds.
Yep.
All right,
Sure.
gentlemen, anything you want in the show with Tom? Yeah, I'll go with Tom this time. Sick of asking you.
Oh, nothing intelligent. Okay.
Well, he's got nothing intelligent.
Nothing I can say about the Roosters is intelligent at the moment. No, but hopefully we get rearrangement of the halves and we see something better. That's all I can hope for.
Brian, anything intelligent you want in with?
I just want to see my team at full strength. I want to
So
see
you
what
want
they can do.
same argument as me. You just want to get over the State of Origin.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I mean, I love State of Origin. Like, I just think they should have standalone State of Origin games.
You can't have them.
You can.
You can't.
You can.
You can't.
You can.
You can't.
You can.
You can't.
You can.
No, I think you're saying you can't.
You
I
can.
think I'm actually surplus to requirements again.
Big Pete V. Standalone State of Origins. Winner.
When are you going to have them though?
Oh, so just give everybody a buy.
What he's saying is have 3 weeks through the middle of the
so you're
season.
going to have
where
a
No, no,
30-week season, which
Yeah.
means you've got no international football.
Who
Or
cares?
they're playing in January where it's
I don't-
47 degrees.
I don't give a rat's about international football. What I want to see is a group of games have a State of Origin on a standalone, Have your New Zealand, Tonga, and all the rest of them. Who cares? Who cares about them? Because we're playing State of Origin. Then have a couple of games and have a State of Origin. Let them play each other again. Then have a couple of games in a State of Origin. It's 3 weeks. It's the same amount of buys. It's the same amount of games. We just get to see our clubs not be decimated.
And you wonder why I say intelligent when it comes to asking
It's
him
the
about...
same amount of games. Oh, you two are bloody impossible.
Well, yes.
Fair income.
You've only got to ask my wife for that. You knew that already.
Oh, man. Next TV rights deal, you watch. Pete and me will get to talking to him and we'll sort them out for you. Don't worry.
So you're thinking that Fox is going to come to you with a contract and steal you from us? Is that what you're worried about?
No, I'm saying me and Pete are going to sort them out.
Hey, Pete, go and sort them out. All right, thank you for watching. This is Tom, Brian, and Steve from the Sidelines. And, geez, I've forgotten how to end it. See you later.
No,
Bye-bye.
we're available on Facebook or download us on the podcast.
Spotify,
Yes.
Facebook, YouTube, Spotify.
Yes.
Sorry, it's look
Do
after
it.
After what 40 minutes with these guys, they
Do it.
drive me batty.
Do it. Download us. Do it.
And
Goodbye.
share.
Can I push off now?
Yes.
Whenever
Okay.
you're ready.
Whenever I'm ready.
I would cut that last whole 5 minutes, but don't worry about that.
Bye.